Hey guys, how you doing? Right here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it is Nitro Kyosho. Remember to follow me on Facebook. Nitro Kyosho, all one word, brings you to the community page. Been a long time since we've been in front of the camera, guys. Been doing a lot of flight videos and some other stuff with the Hellcat car and all that. But anyways, we're going to do a little video here about this helicopter I picked up. I saw this on www.gearbest.com, and this is a little bit of old school, guys. This is a flybarred, little kind of little fun thing to mess around with for me in the winter time, because when winter's around the corner, guys, and the goblins and the T-Rex and the big dollar stuff is going to go on the shelf, and I usually mess around with the quads inside and sometimes a little outside with the Dromeda. But this is something to just go outside with sometimes on a nice kind of wintry day and mess around with. Anyways, this is a V913 helicopter. They give you everything in the package with it. The blade stuff, kind of a little too expensive to be messing around with even the blade stuff, guys, outside in the winter. MCPX and then the 230 and so on. That's why I kind of steered away from that stuff. I do a lot of simulator work in the winter, so just something to pick up and have a little fun with and get off the sim. This gives you a nice 2.4 gigahertz. I'm going to remove this box here. Came nicely packaged, and this is just basically a 4-channel bird, guys. Okay, it says 3D on there, but obviously it's not going to fly upside down. And here it is. Nice looking helicopter. Going back to my roots of flybarred. They do give you a spare set of main blades and one tail blade. It is an ETRM, electronic tail motor on there, guys. 1500 milliamp battery on there. They give you an instruction manual here. Not a whole lot really to talk about, guys. You know, they give you the charger also. And, you know, in your basic instructions, you get 1500 milliamp, 7.4 LiPo battery, the charger, tail blade, like I said, and basically the binding. It gives you a parts list in the back here, you know, if you need any spare parts, which hopefully we won't, just to pick this thing up once in a while. And it'll be good for the kid to mess around with too and have a little bit of fun. And like I said, you know, guys, cost effective, you know, even the blade stuff gets too expensive if something happens, and I don't want to be bothered with that stuff in the winter time. Like I said, mostly I do the quads and the simulator and to stay fresh, but I wanted the kid to mess around with this too and have a little bit of fun out in the backyard. And I put some batteries in here, and it has the safety feature of having the throttle down, which is good. I'll get up and show you this stuff. But a nice little it's about 70 bucks for this thing, guys. Have a little bit of fun, you know. But you know, nice remote for that price. Fold down antenna. It's even got a little strap here. And 4 double A's in the back. Like I said, 2.4 gigahertz on that. Helicopter's pretty nice, you know. Going back to the old school. Now, I haven't test flown this thing, guys, but they say this thing will handle a little bit of wind, you know. But canopy is more of a plastic than a fiberglass or anything. And like I said, this is just a little fun toy to mess around with, guys, in the backyard and on a somewhat warm winter day. And I want the kid to play around with this too and have a little bit of fun. But, you know, low cost, guys. If you crash it, you crash it. You know, if something happens, the kid puts it down. You know, no big deal. You got your servos inside here. Heavy duty metal frame. Everything looks pretty, you know, for what it is, guys. Pretty sturdy, you know. And like I said, there's a tail motor here, so no torque tube or any of that stuff to worry about. It has a basic connector here that we see on all our batteries, okay, the JST style, and so on-off switch on here. But we're going to charge this guy, get it charged up, and mess around. We'll do a little flight video for you guys, and like I said, you know, just something to have some fun with. And you know, doing the simulator, I do a lot of simulator, guys, 7 days a week, probably a half hour a day. And in the winter, when you can't get out and fly, it takes its toll on you, and you start feeling like it's really not real. But just to bring anything outside, you know, and basically lift it off the ground and, you know, hover something or fly back and forth, and just to get off the sim and have some fun, you know. And it'd be interesting to see the kid with an old school, you know, fly bar, see what he can do with it. He's gotten pretty good with the other ones, but all in all, you know, it is what it is. It came from, like I said, www.gearbest.com, which seems like, to me, a kind of alternative like Amazon type thing. They sell everything on there, from phones and clothes and towels and helicopters and jewelry, and just about everything you can pretty much find on Amazon is on there. And like I said, you do get a charger with it. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use my other chargers to charge up the battery, but it's, what is it called here? It says Airflow Super Power Sky Leader, the Sky Dancer. So brushed motor in there, no brushless on this thing, guys, you know, but just something to have a little bit of fun with, you know. And like I said, I'm pretty much done with micro helicopters. I'm done with blade helicopters and all that. I don't want to be bothered with anything smaller than like the 380 Goblin anymore. I don't care what they come out with or how good it is or whatever, but something like this, you know, for 65, 70 bucks, like I said, to go outside and have a little fun with, have some laughs and play around with the kid, is plenty, you know. But anyways, wait, and you know, we're going to do a flight video, you know, and maybe get the kid flying it, and see how much fun this thing is, and see how much wind it can actually handle. But should be interesting. I haven't flown a flybarred helicopter in many years, but you know, for the price, you know, nice remote, nice little setup they give you. So I think the kid will have a lot of fun with this thing, and the blades are pretty flexible on it. You know, you can bend them and all that. So we'll see what happens with it, guys. But all in all, check the website out. Like I said, it's www.gearbest.com, and if you're not into helicopters, they've got all kinds of different things on the site. It basically, to me, looks like an alternative to Amazon type deal, but we'll probably put out a flight video tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some fun with this thing and help keep my sanity when the winter comes back. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Check out the website, and if you're looking for something to have a little bit of fun with, this helicopter here might be right up your alley. And you know, just one more thing, guys. You know, one of the things that I preach about helicopters and getting into this hobby is, so many people get into these hobbies, they see somebody fly, and then they go out and they spend a couple $1,000 or $1,000 on a big dollar setup, and then they go out and they crash it, or they just figure, you know, in a month's time that they're not interested in it anymore, and they've wasted a lot of money, you know. And you know, I got a buddy that works at a hobby shop. He's always calling me up with these deals. Hey, I got this brand new helicopter, and the guy bought it and he built it and he flew it once and it scared him and he wants to get rid of it. and then they're trying to get their money back on a used helicopter, and you don't know who built it, you don't know if they thread locked it properly, you don't know what they did to it, if they wired it, they soldered it properly. So, you know, if you want to get into these hobbies, guys, get something like this, mess around with it in your backyard, see if you have enough interest to hold your interest more than a couple of days or a week. And then, you know, if you really find you have a love and everything for it, then you can take that next step and maybe go to a hobby grade helicopter and talk to somebody in a local hobby shop. But, you know, with today's advances, guys, and all the things you need to know, and the programming of fly-barless units, and the battery maintenance, and all the different things, and the repairs, and the builds, and the cost, you know, be careful when you're out there, you know, looking to get into this hobby, because if you don't get with the right people, and you don't have a lot of knowledge of it, it can really drain your wallet dry. So, on that note, have fun, fly safe, and definitely don't go blowing thousands of dollars when you're not sure if you're going to stick with a hobby. Thanks for watching, guys.